Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pack Rats TCG. I'm your host, Dr. Dan, and to continue on a small trend, we're going to open up another first edition box of Monarch. And today I have a nice, precise tool that we're just going to put a nice little cross in, crack right into this box, and hunt for some more cold foils. I received this box from a gentleman named Platypus. And I promised them if I were to pull a specific card, I would get them 2 cases of Unlimited. And I'll stick to my word. If I do pull that specific card that person's speaking about, I will buy them 2 cases of Unlimited cards. I'm a man of my word, and I will keep my promises. First card, Deep Rooted Evil. Equipment, Soul Harvest, Sleeping Shadows, and Soul Shackles. Either way, I've been having a lot of fun with Monarch. The market is absolutely on fire. There's no telling what you're going to get. It's our foil common, so the foil rare, I think. Okay, so there. Our equipment, rare. So, like I said, the market has been absolutely crazy with these packs lately. Sometimes spiking down to 350 and for 4 or 5 seconds, and then right back up to 400, 420. I have seen it as high as 575, but that's been non-US prices. 575 US dollars, but not in the US. Consuming Guardian. And, it's kind of a cool Shadow Brew. 575, that was in Canada from what I've seen. 575 or 600 US dollars in Canada. So they're paying $600 to $800, depending on what they're getting their price for, which is pretty crazy. I hear it's also pretty high in Australia. Foil Rare. V for Vanguard. Ironhide. Consuming Aftermath. Glisten. But either way, there's still the hunt for cold foils. If you are a part of Discord groups, typically the buy is on a almost 50% of actual card value, so be careful if you're trying to get rid of cards for much profit. Invert Extension. Shadow Runeblade Instant. Very pretty card. Foil Majestic. Iron Legs. Prismatic Shield, Shadow Puppetry. I don't know where I put my Majestics. That's where I put my Majestics. I thought Glisten was a Majestic. People have had reports of 2, and I think of 1 case of 3 cold foils in 1 box. I have heard reports of there being 2 legendaries in 1 box, 2 legendaries and foil Majestics. The library and legendaries, the pull rates are absolutely untrackable, which for me personally, I think an untrackable pack rate is better than an easy. It is 1 legendary per box, maybe. It's actually not even guaranteed. And on older sets, you're not even guaranteed a foil Majestic, which is fine. I don't think anything should be guaranteed in a box ever. I think it all should be completely randomized, and you get what you get and you don't what you don't. But some people don't see that, which I understand. To each their own. I'm not going to judge people. I just have my ideals and they have theirs. But the pack pull rates have been either the best of the best or the worst of the worst for some people. I haven't heard of anybody not pulling a cold foil yet. There might be rumors about, but I personally don't know anybody who hasn't pulled at least a cold foil common. And it does seem like some people are kind of not very happy that they got a cold foil common. Either way, you still got a cold foil, which is good to me. I think it's good no matter what. Spear, Ironhide, Battle, Light, and Shadowfella. It's with the product swinging, I'm going to call it a pendulum. If you're going to get into Flesh and Blood now would be the time. In terms of overall cost, things are cheap in comparison to what older sets are. So if you're going to attempt to get into these, this card game, Unlimited does come out at the end of May for this product. Crucible of War Unlimited comes out, and there are at least 4 Unlimited sets total now, once the sets are released. And so you can get Unlimited cards for pretty cheap. Most people sell them for $85 a box, thereabouts. 85 to 120 on the absolute high end, from what I've heard and seen. But you can get in for pretty cheap. It is a very good game. It's a very prosperous community, which seems to be the biggest trend about most things, is the community itself. Herald. That card is an extended art variant. Not that specific one, but there is an extended art variant of that card that is highly sought after. But you have an opportunity to get into a new card game that is still beginning to bud. Seed of Agony. Sturdy. Thrust. And with that comes the benefits and possible, not so good benefits. So it's, almost bad things of getting into a new card game. But that's kind of the risk, if you will, of getting into the game, is you got to take that chance. I personally, I believe the game is in a good spot right now. It is not as good as it could be because the market is so volatile, and with the volatile market comes unknowns, and unknowns scare people, which you were rightfully so to be scared of unknowns. That's kind of the whole point of this. Some people call this investing, some people call it gambling, some people call it a hobby, some people call it a lifestyle. Whatever boat you choose to float in, that's fine. They're not wrong choices. No, not majestic. But at the same time, you're not going to... You can't really lose when you're playing a card game, per se. Unless you're, early Force of Will, and sadly enough, if you're Argent Saga. Sad to say, as much as I tried to get into Argent Saga, unfortunately the game itself did not manage to hold, which is sad. And Keyforge as well is another game that's, I think there's still a community out for both of those games, though. So if you do have those cards, don't fret. There are still small pocket communities of people wanting to play the game. They're getting a lot of foil rares. What the heck? So don't feel totally disenfranchised. There are people out there that are willing to play any card game pretty much. There is somebody out there who will play a card game with you. And if you're going to get into Fab, now is the time. With all of the cards being as cheap as they are, all things considered, it will be there's not a better time, I could say. Because if you were to get in this in late 2018 into 2019, when the game was very, very first coming out, yeah, you've made off like a bandit, but at the same time, it's to each their own. I'm not really sure what the idea is. Is it to... I don't know. I think it's a healthy game, and I think it's something that should be recognized as a healthy game. With the market as volatile it is, it's still dangerous, but it's still a healthy community. A lot of new Magic players are getting into it. A lot of new Pokemon players are getting into it. There's even, I saw today, a very, very original Yu-Gi-Oh player getting into it. Oh my, oh Jesus, okay. Well, there it is. That's our Cold Foil Doomsday, legendary. Wow. Whew. I think market for this right now is approximately $600-ish. Very, very clean card. Little bit of whitening on the side, so if you're going to go for absolutely mint, that's not it. Time Skippers. Another majestic. And well, there's our Cold Foil. Last 3 packs of the box. Weirdly enough, from a friend of mine has been saying that he pulled his Doomsday at the very end of his box as well. Coincidence? Probably. And let's try to pull a double cold foil. Let's see if this is the last pack of the box. Pull a double cold foil and turn this into a 1000 out of 10 box. No, just a common, equipment, rare, and a prism. Well, here is our cold foil again. Doomsday gold foil, very, very pretty. I don't have any sleeves right here next to me, but this is going to go straight into a sleeve. And with that, thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.